that you put so much effort on what you do in music that many artists, it doesn't show. Or maybe because they don't want to put some effort, or maybe because the labels doesn't want that. They want just a good looking guy that sing 2 words and stuff like that, you know? But it
definitely
doesn't make sense.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. I mean,
right.
I remember hearing or reading about BTS. They had all these strict rules that they couldn't do this, they couldn't do that. They had to be like this and that, and always present in a certain type of way. And so I think it kind of just takes away a little bit of the, I don't know, authenticity. But even though I'm not gonna, but at the same time, I have to say I really enjoy listening to BTS every now and then. So but it is what it is, right? I mean, some artists sort of. But you're right. I do put a lot of effort into. Thank you for recognizing that, by the way. I do put a lot of effort into what I do, and I try to give it my all. And I just want every song to be the best as it possibly can. And yes, it will. And I try to enjoy the process as well, even though I'm an extreme perfectionist. Trying to let a little bit of that go, but it's still
Nice. That's okay. For our Italian listeners, we were talking about a serious fact. Parlavamo di una cosa molto importante riguardante l'ambiente musicale. Ho chiesto, in quanto Rudy è un musicista, che cosa significa la musica oggi, cioè se ha un senso, se la musica è messa lì a caso, se noi ascoltiamo in radio cose che spesso anche discutibili, diciamo, cioè perché spesso ci chiediamo come mai quell'artista è arrivata al top e ci sono altre persone che invece non ci sono arrivate e magari sono molto talentuose come il nostro Rudy. Qual è il punto? Che secondo Rudy, intanto molti artisti che mettono davvero anima e corpo in quello che fanno non vengono completamente pagati per le nottate, per tutte le ore messe su un brano, il marketing che spesso si autofanno. Quindi c'è così tanto dietro a una produzione che spesso ce lo sogniamo e spesso anche persone di sua conoscenza hanno notato proprio la differenza di trattamento tra chi viene lanciato dalle grandi case discografiche e chi invece non ha purtroppo magari in quel momento la possibilità di essere lanciato da una casa discografica molto grande perché magari sta perfezionando il percorso e però è un peccato perché molte persone hanno seriamente talento come il nostro Rudy e per esempio noi riconoscevamo il fatto che per esempio il nostro Rudy mette tantissimo sforzo in quello che fa perché cerca di capire come funziona, come renderlo migliore il brano, quindi perché non dare spazio anche a questa musica nelle radio diciamo più grandi, quelle radio proprio FM, quelle che ascoltiamo per esempio in un negozio, no? E assolutamente sarebbe il caso di farlo. So we're back to you, dear Rudy, and I just want to ask you also if there's some, for example, if there was a musical instrument that you have loved, that you wanted to learn, there is inside your tracks, for example, the one that represents you the most.
I always had a dream about playing the piano, but I didn't.
Really?
I didn't start learning. Yeah, I did, but I didn't. I always wanted to, but I didn't start until after I had that kind of hip hop phase. When that ended, I was like, I'm gonna do music. I'm gonna do pop music. I want to learn how to play the piano. Then I'm gonna do that. So then I started. I was in the U.S. at the time, and came back sort of like towards the end of my stay there. I was there for 3 months after my 30th birthday. Towards the end of the stay there, I was like, I'm not getting anywhere with this hip hop thing. I wasn't feeling it. So when I got back to Oslo, I went and bought a piano, or a digital piano, put it in my room. And just thought, okay, let's start learning this. But I also, at the same time, I was like, but I also want to learn how to play the guitar because I'm that type of person who wants to do everything all at once, all by myself. That's kind of a problem. I'm trying to learn not to do that. But yeah, in the beginning, I was like, okay, I was going to learn both, and I actually had a both an electric and an acoustic guitar as well. So I had to like just split my time not just between the piano and guitar, but also between two guitars and the piano. So after a while, I was like, oh no, this is just too much, and I need to focus on one thing. So yeah, I sold the guitars, and I just have the piano.
It's good. You can focus
I'm really
on
working. Yeah, I'm trying to do that in every aspect of sort of my music career, because I need more focus and more clarity on the things that I need to focus on, you know. So I'm trying to niche down limit the things that I'm doing and try to do things more properly, just focusing better on each task instead of a multi-million number of tasks. Yeah.
Absolutely. But of course you do this in your tracks in any case, but of course you know, music starts for many artists with the love with an instrument, for example.
Yes, that's true. Well, for me it was more just more the love of singing. I just love using my voice, singing and expressing myself through my voice. Unfortunately, like the way I'm working right now, like my team, I'm a team of one, so I have to do the marketing, I have to do the production, I have to hire like instrumentalists, communicate with them, send them tracks, get their takes back, put them into the production. Yeah, you know, communicate with everyone. Making lyric videos, a lot of work. So if I could, I would just focus more on, you know, practicing, you know, going to like singing lessons, more writing, more practicing the piano, just those things.
Yeah.
So hopefully, somewhere down the line, I can have someone else on my team that can help me out with a few of these things.
Absolutely.
But actually,
tell me.
I did play the guitar actually in a couple of songs. The last one, the last song that I have out now, it's called Outlaw.
Yeah.
I sent the guitar track, the electric guitar track that I had in the demo. I sent it to the producer, and he was like, I think this could really work in the final version. He just cut my guitar takes into what you hear on the record. He cut them into bits and pieces and pieced it back together and to what you hear. And also, the first song I released is called Too Close to the Sun. I played the electric guitar on that one as well.
Okay.
But I don't think, but we'll see. I don't think I haven't played guitar in like over a year, so I don't think I'll be going back. Maybe I'll play the piano when I get really good. We'll see what happens.
Then we'll see what happens. But you know that I was thinking that you were a pianist. I don't know why.
Oh, did you?
I don't know why, but I was like, he's a pianist. I don't know why.
Cool. Well, actually, my passion is singing. That's my number one.
Ok,
yes.
that's fun. Quindi per il nostro Rudy avevo chiesto, visto che molti musicisti iniziano comunque da piccoli anche il loro viaggio grazie a uno strumento del quale si innamorano, allora ho chiesto quale fosse il suo strumento preferito con il quale si anche identifica, e lui mi ha spiegato che uno degli strumenti che gli è sempre piaciuto, che ha cominciato a suonicchiare, è il piano, anche se ha avuto anche delle chitarre elettriche e acustiche che poi ha venduto in seguito perché ha pensato di focalizzarsi di più solo sul piano. Perché? Perché lui è il tipo di persona che ama tantissimo fare tantissime cose, imparare moltissime task, però diciamo in maniera da autodidatta, che spesso però ti rende un po' le cose un po' complicate, soprattutto se le fai tutte assieme da solo. E quindi ha pensato che è bello dare il proprio tocco soprattutto all'interno dei brani, perché ha dovuto anche parlare con musicisti esterni al brano, quindi al brano che ha composto lui, per esempio Allah, che sarà il brano che ascolteremo più tardino. E praticamente, per esempio, in questa canzone lui ha scritto e ha anche suonato la chitarra elettrica, e il suo producer ha pensato fossero dei bei take, infatti li hanno tagliati in modo tale che sentiamo quello che sentiamo poi nella canzone che ascolteremo questa sera. We are talking about this beautiful world. There is producers, there is working with people. And you said, and you mentioned before, that you started for real working into the pandemic situation, right?
Yes.
And how was
That's when I started.
Right.
I started releasing music in March of 2020, and I was like, because I've been graduating from a year of songwriting school full time the year before, so I was ready. I had written a lot of songs during that year, and I had kept writing ever since. So I was ready. I finally felt ready to start releasing. And then the pandemic happened, and I was like, well, I'm going to focus on digital marketing in the beginning anyway, so this is not going to be too much of a problem. But then I don't know. I guess it became kind of a problem because everything just shut down, and I lost. I lost all motivation, I guess. I lost kind of the. Yeah, I think it's been like this for a lot of people, no matter what your profession is. Like I heard some artists say, oh, they thought when lockdown happened, they thought they were gonna write 2 albums, during lockdown or something, and be super productive and use the time so well, because now they had the time to do all the writing and everything, and then it didn't happen because you kind of lose all inspiration, I guess, and everything is just monotonous. And I guess it worked for a while what I was doing.
Yeah.
But I was trying to utilize social media to market myself and get some exposure. But I've never been a fan of social media. I've never been.
You have
very
a
active.
kind of harder relationship with social media.
It's not really my thing. It hasn't been my thing. I prefer to live in the real world. I mean,
of course.
I guess everyone, but I've never been very active on social media. I know, and I think in the beginning, I thought it was gonna be a lot easier than it was. I'm gonna admit that I was naive, and I was, I thought, well, my music is really good, so it's gonna be easy to kind of build an audience on the internet. But I wasn't. But I realized looking back that I wasn't consistent enough. I wasn't posting the right stuff. I was just releasing songs and posting like, okay, my song is out. Listen on Spotify, and then in the meantime, when I wasn't, and then when I didn't release anything, I was just like posting random things. I would just post like everything that was not related to me as an artist. I usually didn't post any videos of myself singing, which I realize now I should have just like focused on, just singing and posting it, because I should have made it all about the music and not just like everything else, trying to be funny, blah, blah, blah. But here's the good thing, though. What's happened now after a year? I've had a break for a year now. Just gotten back into it like a couple of months ago. I had to have a mental reset. I had to change my mindset. I just completely changed the way I think about everything. And I'm like, because a year ago I was like, if I have to be on social media every day and post things, I don't know if it's going to be worth it. So I just kind of stopped, and I had a whole year where I was like, and I don't know if I'll ever release, or I don't know if I'll ever do any music again ever in my life. And I was like,
oh my God.
Yes, it was really sad. It was really sad, but also at the same time, I was like, well, at least now I know the outcome. I know what it came out to be.
Right.
And, well, now I can just like keep coasting along in my life. But then I talked to a lot of my friends that I met in music school, and they talked about what they were doing in their careers, and I played them